Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More, and we had something really interesting happen on one of our houses recently. We flip a lot of houses, we have rentals, and one of the houses we sold was bought by an investment fund that I think was from Israel. So it's ironic because I just had a video a few weeks ago, maybe a couple months now, about hedge funds and investment funds and them buying properties in the United States. Most of those funds were in the United States. And I mentioned how I didn't think it would be a massive part of the market, and I didn't think they're a very big part of the market, even though they're being blown up in the news right now. And then ironically, right after that, a fund buys one of my houses. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that, show you the house and how much they paid. And then I can't find hardly any information on them. So if anybody knows about them or has some inside information on them, I'd love to see you comment and let us know what's going on. And then, of course, we like to like. So if you like our videos, please hit that like button. That helps us. And then I have a ton more information on investformore.com. So free articles, free book, information on rentals, flips, being an agent, wholesaling, buying houses, all kinds of great stuff there. So first off, let's check out what house I'm talking about. It just sold this week, and then who bought it. All right, so here's the house that we bought back in February. It was a deal from the MLS. We paid $295 for it, and then you can kind of see a little bit of what it looked like when we bought it. Oh, that looks all weird. Why is it being weird? There we go. We bought this house in 4 days, really, really fast. It was a mess, lots of stuff in it, but it's almost all cosmetic work. I think we spent $35,000 repairs on it, and yeah, very dirty. The basement was all tagged up and messed up, but it really wasn't that bad. So we turned around and got it fixed up, listed it, and here you can see what it looks like now. Again, we'll have the full, you can see the full before and after video on our channel too. We're linked to those. But here you can see lots of outside pictures. Here we go. Here's the inside. It was staged. We painted the cabinets, painted the countertops, new appliances, new carpet, new paint. Very well done house. So we listed it for $395. It says active backup. Like I said, it just sold. So it's officially sold now. Sold for $400,000 to this fund, the Pagaya Smart Resi Property Owner LLC number 2, I think is what the fund is called. And this is the first time I've ever had an institutional fund like this buy a property from me. A lot of times you see these funds buy properties in urban areas, Denver, Atlanta, Seattle. But we're kind of a suburban area, 50 miles from Denver. The town of Evans has, 25,000 people in it, but it's connected to Greeley that has 110,000 people in it or something. So we're not a big urban area, we're more of a suburban area. So it was interesting to see that. And I could not find hardly any information on this fund, but we found a little bit. So here we have our trusty friend Google. And here is what the property owner was listed as. In its public information in Colorado, you can look up property owners. So one thing I did is I tried to check my area for owner search for Pagaya. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Pagaya, I don't know. Couldn't find anything in Weld County, my area. So maybe this is one of the first properties they bought in my area. Maybe it's listed under something else. But we could not find much at all. Wait a second. I need to search this. There we go. What you find is this name does pop up in other areas. Georgia, New York has an address there. I think there's something in Clark County, which is Chicago, Phoenix. So I think they are buying properties in different parts of the country. And that just kind of makes you wonder, well, what is Pagaya? Or Pagaya, or who knows? Pagani. If it's Pagani, that'd be really cool. It's an investment fund that says they use AI to make investments, artificial intelligence. And I cannot find any information anywhere about buying properties, but apparently they are. So basically they say they use artificial intelligence to make really good investments for people. And that's basically the gist of it. Could not see hardly, again, no information on buying properties, which is interesting. A fintech company. Very very little information. So one thing I did find, I don't know if I'll find it here, but you can see the people who run it. They have a New York address and they have an Israel address. And from what I could tell, New York, Tel Aviv, LA, it looks like they're founded in Israel and then kind of expanded into the US, but I could be wrong. So kind of interesting to see not only a hedge fund or investment fund buying one of my properties after I just did this video, which I'll link to too, but a foreign hedge fund investment fund. Now, who was the agent for this property? It was someone with Renters Warehouse. Renters Warehouse I actually had on my podcast when I used to do my podcast a long time ago, and they're a national rental management company, a property management company. So obviously it looks like Pagani is buying properties in the US using Renters Warehouse to manage them, and that's their investment goal. So with this particular property, it's obviously fixed up, retail sale, and they're thinking property is going to keep going up in value. So what I find interesting about this is that, yes, it's a foreign fund buying in the US, which I don't have a problem with that. I think anybody should be able to buy properties in the US. People think that foreign funds are pushing prices up. We got 2 offers on this property, and they were a little bit higher than list price, $5,000 more than list price. It wasn't crazy like $50,000 over. They weren't just paying any amount. I think they paid the amount that they thought would get them the deal, and they got it. They're using artificial intelligence to buy properties, maybe. Again, that's me kind of guessing from what other stuff is said about them. So does that mean computers think real estate is still a really good deal? I think so. I think we can ascertain that computers agree the market will keep going up. No, that's more of a joke, but really, artificial intelligence can tell us a lot of things. And maybe, it looks at the things that I've been looking at in a lot of my videos about housing prices and interest rates and new construction and inventory and all that. And I say, hey, I don't think prices are going to go down. I don't think we're having a crash or anything. And maybe the computers agree with me. So I don't know. Who knows what this means? But I thought it was very interesting that a fund is buying my property after I said funds won't have an effect on the real estate market. So maybe they will if there's lots of new funds jumping into the game, because obviously I found no news articles, no blogs, nothing, no information on this particular fund buying property. So they could be fairly new to the business, and maybe we'll see more and more funds jump into buying real estate, and they will all prove me wrong. Who knows? All right. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Really interested to see if anybody has some more information on this company or knows about them, or other funds. If you have properties that are selling to funds, let us know how it's working, what they're paying, if that's affecting your market. And of course, check out investformore.com for much more information on flips, rentals, being an agent, wholesaling, all that great stuff as well. Please like our videos. Please comment. I think I said that already, but if you comment twice, that's okay too. And we'll be back with more videos on our flips, our rentals, and real estate advice and market information, things like that.